Ndungu to take us through that session.
Thank you very much, Madam President Judge. Before I come to the issue of the exercise before us, I just wanted to assure Senior Counsel Paul Mwite that when the 14 days start running, and we are guided by Article 259, when we do work Saturdays and Sundays. So as soon as the time is triggered, in fact, the judges are working all the time. You're the ones who get to go home and rest. When you rest, we go and we continue to work. Thank you very much. So just before we proceed with the next session, it was just a summary of the order that we gave to parties and the rationale for those orders. We received 3 applications from 3 parties, from the Youth Advocacy Africa. We received an application from Khelef Khalifa, and we also received an application by Raila Odinga and Martha Karua, in which we were asked, the press was sought to undertake scrutiny and access to certain information. After we looked at the applications and the prayers, we then looked at the pleadings and the affidavits to ensure that the prayers matched with the pleadings and the affidavits that have been filed by the petitioners. As you will recall, the court then determined the issues which we will determine, and that also helped us set out the orders for scrutiny, so that our orders were set out based on the pleadings, the affidavits, the issues for determination. But further to that, we also did say in the body of our order that we would not encourage a fishing expedition, and that the request needed to be specific, and that given the 14-day timeline, the court would only allow reasonable, practical, and helpful orders. We also acknowledged that under Section 12 of the Supreme Court Act, the IEBC has already submitted all the Form 34As, and therefore they could be accessed in the court. We also stated that some other issues, some other things that had been requested for in the prayers are in the public domain, and that parties could then get those. We did note that some of the requests or the prayers were unrealistic. Some of them were general and vague. Some of them involved parties that were not enjoined to be before us. And therefore, we granted orders not based on prayers, but based on what we assessed that the court needed to look at in terms of all those criteria that I have set out. And therefore, the exercise that was conducted under the hand of the registrar followed strictly the orders which were given under the hand of this court using that criteria. I think that is a fair summary. Madam Judge President, I will stop there.
Thank you. I think